Anita, let's go back to our eyes in the sky. The Fox drone flight team over Eagle Pass, Texas. You're looking at the Rio Grande River. On the other side of the Mexican side, Piedras Negras, a point of the largest caravan in 2019 that we traveled with in that sector, the Del Rio sector. 1,184 apprehensions just in the last 24 hours. That's up 153% from last year, the largest number on record last year. What we are on pace for is something that we've never seen on the border, and that is why we are joined now by former acting Homeland Security Secretary and Executive Director of the America First Policy Institute Center for Homeland Security and Immigration, Chad Wolf. Chad, we are just some 2.5 weeks away from Title 42 lifting on May 23rd. How concerned are you about what we may encounter?
Well, I'm very concerned, not only for the American people, but also for Border Patrol, who continues to be in a crisis now for 15 months, and they have no end in sight. Look, at the end of the day, this administration doesn't appear to want to actually solve this problem of this illegal behavior. There's no deterrent in any of the policies or processes that they are currently undertaking and responding to. Instead, they put out a 6-point pillar plan to deal with Title 42 going away, and it's simply processing more and more individuals into the country. So until we get serious about making sure that we hold people accountable for breaking the law and removing individuals very quickly back to their home countries that don't have a legal right to be here, unfortunately, you're going to continue to see historic numbers. We're going to have historic numbers in April, and we certainly will have them in May as well.
And Chad, you put your finger on something that I want to address, and that is this 6-point plan for DHS, Secretary Mayorkas's plan to handle this influx that they know is coming. But it doesn't appear to have any new enforcement actions, Chad. It seems to be a capitulation to simply resolve all of our Border Patrol, all of our CBP agents across the country along that southwestern border to focus entirely on catch and release. That's something we've never seen in the history of this country on that southern border.
Well, you're exactly right, and I think most of the American people will say it's the wrong strategy and the wrong plan. But you're right. You know, that 6-point pillar plan, these are authorities and these are actions that DHS has had for decades. And so I think it's very disingenuous to roll this plan out to the American people and say it's something new to deal with the surge and to deal with Title 42 going away. There's nothing new there. It's things that DHS, as I said, have done for years and years and years, and it's what they should have been doing from day one. I think instead, to deal with this crisis, you've got to come up with new policies and new procedures to deter this behavior. Things like the Remain in Mexico program or the asylum cooperative agreements or other initiatives that Border Patrol can use to deter the illegal crossings that we see the cartels and the human traffickers and others they're going to do on May 23rd once Title 42 is pulled down.
And Chad, it's not just a border crisis, it's also a security crisis, as we have seen a number of migrants this year, and this onslaught has hit the terrorist screening database. How worried are you that if we have the kind of numbers we anticipate after T42 lifts, that it would be a possible security risk we haven't seen yet on the border?
Well, Griff, look, I've been worried about this specific threat now for months and months and months. It just hasn't been in the last 30 days, and certainly it only increases when Title 42 has gone away, because when you have this number of individuals coming across the border every single day, when you have 6,000 to 8,000 encounters every day, Border Patrol can no longer do their law enforcement mission, so they can't interview individuals and they can't biometrically enroll them. They can barely fingerprint them. And so it's not only the individuals that you encounter that they may not really identify, but it's all the gotaways. It's all the gotaways that they will never encounter, and so you don't know who they are at the end of the day. So you're absolutely right. There is a public safety threat that a lot of people don't want to talk about, and there's a national security threat going on at that border, because it's not just Central Americans and Mexicans that Border Patrol is apprehending. 125 different nationalities along that border, and you can guess that they have been emboldened and encouraged over the past 14 months by the policies that are going on to continue to stream across that border, knowing that in all likelihood they will remain here in the United States, which is their ultimate goal.
Former acting DHS Director Chad Wolf. Chad, thank you for your time. Anita?
Thank you.